Hey folks, Alcris here. We've got another duel against Fluffy. This time we're on a custom modded map called Tiny and Wide. So it's small and wide. So it's not very tall, but it is somewhat wide. So there's space between us. Also kind of an interesting start here because we've got some gold, which is always fun to see. I think we definitely want to... Well, do we want to grab that ore? We're probably not going to be building military in our capital. So let's think through here. We definitely want the wheat for growth. I don't think it's worth moving. Really, just between these. If we want to keep the wheat, it's really only between these two. There's nothing interesting that way. Okay, so nation-wise, he picked Aksum. With gold, those are precious resources, which means this could be a very good patron site. So probably want to have a nation that has patrons. So Hatti comes to mind. Obviously, Aksum has patrons as well. Let's see here. Who else has patrons? Syria, Greece, Rome, and Hatti. So out of those, Greece might be interesting. Syria might be interesting. Hatti, I think, probably is what I'm going to go with. And we will found as a patrons capital. And I kind of like judge with patrons. I think that's pretty good. I'll do affable to get some extra growth here. We'll found there. We'll do judge patrons. In theory, since we got a schemer, if we wanted to be cute, we could undo and then pick female so that we could marry right away. Let's actually do that for fun. We can pick female, and then that should actually let us marry right away on turn 1, which should be pretty good. Up to you whether you think that's a cute trick or uncool. We also have literature here. So see, here's our second city site. This looks like mountains down here. We do have a warrior, so maybe there's something this way. We probably want to move this way and then see what we have general-wise. No one particularly good. Warden, probably the best option here. We don't have the civics for setting ourselves as governor, but we will soon. And we can move towards the farm for next turn. And then starting-wise, Aksum doesn't have div, so there's a chance we could get div. But as Hatti, we will likely want pastures, but I don't see very many pastures. So maybe we do go for div. The gold will support our economy quite a bit here. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. We'll probably want to found riders second for some military, and then traders third. Ideally, traders seat along the coast. This might be riders. Maybe we I don't know how we're going to get that ore into the riders city. I don't think we will. Cool. Let's go ahead and send this one back. Turn 2. All right, we got married. Instantly gets us quite a bit more science. All right, so we have 7 moves. We will need 2 for the farm. don't have the civics to sign this. I think we want to, we have 7. Ideally, we want to move, we really want to get vision of where this camp is. Is it south or is it on the coast? I'm going to guess it's on the coast. So we know we want to start this. So it leaves us 5. Move there. That does not look like it's on the coast. Move this way, this way, this way. All right, well, we have not found the camp, which is unfortunate. It does not look like it's going to be here, though. So maybe it's here. We'll have to loop around. So definitely want to keep scouting, see what's going on. Cool. Let's go ahead and send this one back. Turn 3. Okay, so don't have the civics for that. We should next turn. Obviously nothing there. So we are looking for our barb site. We have found it. So let's move. Do we want to move in range? Or do we want to move just out of range to be able to hit next turn? I think we'll do that. This looks like a very nice site. Can keep scouting here. Water, great. And then maybe onto this forested hill. Cool. That ends our turn. We can remind ourselves, sign gov next turn. There's this new overlay customizer here, which is great. So I can turn on tile resources, which I love to see. Specialists, current yields, unit promotions, unit types. Yeah, let's try this. Pings, okay. Map pins. Easily can put pins here. Cool. And then turns into a reminder. Nice. Love to see that. All right, let's go ahead and end this turn and send it back. Turn 4. We have an heir. We can name it after ourselves. We have 7 moves here, so we can go in, attack here. We'll assign ourselves as governor. Oh no, we're exactly 1 civic short. Interesting. Or 2 civics short. Okay. Let's see. We can keep scouting here. Okay. Trader spot. We'll deal with this. Fortunately, we have Warden, so that should be pretty good. Send the settler that way for riders. And I guess this will be an awkward traders in the middle of the map. Probably swoop down here. All right, let's remind ourselves to assign gov again. And our overlay. We set this to say tile improvements, unit promotions, save custom overlay. You can lock the overlay. Great. Awesome. All right, that'll end our turn. Turn 5. Okay, we got a spawn, as expected. We should endure. We should be able to kill it next turn, so I think we win. We have our worker done. So we have a choice here. We could get mine up and running. That will improve our culture because we have patrons, which gets 25% extra culture from this. Divination is 3 years away, so we do have the wood for it, so we can just go ahead and start that. Cool. Over here, we can keep scouting. I guess we can keep scouting along the shore. All right, found another site, and looks like there's mountains there. Presume that is the mirror of this, so it's a pretty small map. I think at least that is the mirror of this. This may be a map center. Not really sure. What is this? This is 42. No, that's not. 54, 67. Yeah, no, I don't think that's map center because, right, map center would be 35 or so. So that's just a map center should be somewhere around here, like somewhere around here. Okay, so we scouted that. We found another camp to clear, so we could potentially settle this. This might be might be a nice little trader site with that fish. This definitely is a trader site with a pearl. Yeah, maybe we just settle riders into traders. Cool. We'll clear that site next. That settler will be out. We forgot to assign ourselves as governor. We want to undo these two moves, maybe, and take care of that. I think so. So there, that way we are governor. It doesn't change the settler's timing, but I think it's good to do. Get some XP and also get that extra growth and also get some civics and cash. So, all right, let's go ahead and send this one back. I think next turn we will be starting a settler in cap. We can do that next turn. All right, sending them back. Turn 6. All right, so we have our settler. So priority 1 is get that guy over there. We can clear this out. We should survive clearing this out easily, yeah. We can hit it 3 times. We will take 3 turns of damage, so yeah, we'll be left with 3 hit points. We should up influence our husband. He's minus 40. Because Schemer Judge, which is unfortunate. And then we can continue this move here. And then over here, I think we build another settler, which we can afford, because we'll want to settle here, or potentially another site. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much the turn. This will likely be, I don't know, riders, could be traders. It feels like we need a military building, so probably riders. And there's ore there, which makes it more tempting for riders. So, yeah, let's go ahead and send this back. Turn 7. Another kid. Yay. All right, we can hit this. We can actually settle here. Do we care about our settle location? Ideally, we would like to settle on this spot. But this works. This is going to go riders, right? Is that right? Do we want riders here? I think so. Really, choice is riders or landowners, because landowners can make that. But I think we go riders. Right, and let's instantly scout this way, get some vision. Okay, that's the bottom of the map. We have double scout, which always helps. And here we go, warrior. We can start clearing. And that ends our turn. We can check if there's anything good here. Nope. All right, let's go ahead and send this back. Turn 8, discover divination. You can become prosperous or take 2 discipline, which ironically discipline is much more money than becoming prosperous. But he could become, I think I'd rather have the 2 discipline, and then I'll just re-influence again. All right, we finished that off. Great. Let's look through events here. We could become warlike, we could become inspiring, or become gracious. Civics is probably more important than anything else right now, so we'll become gracious. I think 6 mines is likely the easiest of these to do, and we do need some mines, and we're going to be starting some for that. Cool. All right, tech-wise, probably aristocracy is what we're going to go after. We want some science, so, and we have some scouting moves here. So, yeah, custom overlay. For some reason, not showing. Oh, I want tile resources, not tile improvements. That's why. Let's save. Great. Okay. So we've got a bunch of moves here. We can do some scouting. We can scout here, here, here. Okay, we discover that. Go here. Might take some damage. Nope. And then over here, you don't know that when you just got that way. Let's get along here, here. Uh-oh. Here. And then maybe we go here. Great. Okay. Double scouting, pretty good. So we found our next site. We will clear here and then here. It's all barbs. Sadly, no tribes. Yeah, pretty much ends our turn. So the double scout's paying off here. Yeah, 38 legitimacy. Most of that coming from 10 of them from landmarks. So yeah, cool. Okay. I think we settle the free city site next. And this will become a trader site, I guess. This looks like it will also be a trader, right? We want to found trader here. Clear this assign gov thing. This looks like it could be a good, probably don't need another patron site. This could be our second rider site. Patrons tend to be pretty happy. So yeah, okay, well let's keep scouting then. Send this back. Turn 9. All right. Let's see here. We have a worker. We can go build our next gold site. The chop on the way. The reason we're prioritizing that is it gives us 25% culture boost there, and also money is good. Right, we have some scout moves. I would like to heal this up, I think. And then we can hide this scout in here. We can definitely declare war on the Danes. And then go exploring this way. Get some legitimacy that way. We found another site here. Cool. Right. So I think that pretty much ends this turn. And let's go ahead and send it back. Turn 10. Okay. That's not an influence event, but it's so we can still influence and boost it up, but I don't think we need to because he's neutral. So let's look at our other moves first. Probably want to heal this up a little bit. Poke around, see if there's any good generals. Nope. Or sorry, governors. Then see what's going on over here. Okay, we discovered some mountains. Okay. Sure, we can declare war on the Vandals. Okay, I think that's the middle of the map right there. Okay, so I guess we do have some, which we can influence these guys with our remaining orders for influence. All right, and we should be able to tutor, remind ourselves, tutor in 4 years. So, okay, let's go ahead and send this one back. Turn 11, right, 13 orders. So we should probably move the scout. We have a work, we have a settler ready, so we're gonna go settle. I think we settle here, because I want to settle this turn. Yeah, I don't think it's worth waiting on that settle. So where do we want to put the trader seat? We can click. It's kind of cool now. Probably here, I guess. All like put on the urban, it doesn't really matter. But here. Okay. I think we can start a. Let's see, 8 years on a settler, 6 years. So we'll start another settler. Cool. We have a builder and an intelligent merchant. Both are pretty cool. I think the builder is hard to beat for a fresh city, so let's go ahead and start a worker there. Okay. Cool. All right. We have orders here. I think we can, oops, escape this. Aha, we have found his scout. Move on to those gems. We can see what his leader is, builder, builder. We can declare war. This scout can chill, I guess. I think I would maybe move this and heal, because we're going to go towards that shortly. He is much stronger. That is interesting. He's probably been producing lots of units out of his champion seat. Slightly disturbing. Move this over here. Okay. And I think that pretty much ends our turn, so we can send it back. Turn 12. I think loyal's probably good. All right, we can go over here and hit this. That seems reasonable. He hasn't moved his scout. He is married to the Vandals, which is interesting. We could actually hold court. Gives us 126. We're not going to be using training for upgrading, I think. So I kind of like that idea. So let's go ahead and do that. Order-wise, I think this is probably the best spot for this to sit for now. We will probably... Okay, we discovered this. I don't mind getting wisdom out of this. Although that ambition is going to be hard to complete, but 1 point of wisdom is always great. And then we can just hide in this. I think this is the mirror of that hill. So let's see what he has. A truce with the Numidians as well. We'll probably want to have peace with the Numidians ourselves. We have a bunch of orders here. What can we do with these? We could potentially go over here and harvest, or get ready to harvest. So maybe let's get in position to do that. Let's harvest some game as well. If we want to be completely obnoxious, we can cut trees with our Hatti scout and just clear cut all the trees. Could do that. Like, I don't know that that's worth the orders to do that, but definitely something that could be done. All right, so we harvested here, and maybe next turn we can try to harvest lavender. We can just go around and harvest. Cool. It is a little concerning. He's much stronger. Presumably that's because he has a champion's site. He went traders to open. That's interesting. But maybe his second city is champion, so he's managed to pump out a second worker. That's my hope, at least. I'd be surprised if he cleared out a site. I think my clearing order is going to be here, and then maybe there. We'll see what we can do. All right, so it's a much smaller map than normal. We're getting kind of a sense of the contours. I kind of like this kind of long and thin map. So how many city sites do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on each side, and then 1 in the middle. So want probably, this could be a trader site, I guess. No, we said traders here. We said riders here. And then this could be patrons-ish, or maybe traders, not sure. Definitely a food heavy site here. Yeah. This is a rider site. That's our trader site number 2. So then it's just a question of whether we do rider. Yeah, so this is ideally this would be patrons to keep everything balanced, but we may not need it. So it could be traders. So as well. Although traders isn't a particularly great spammy family. I'm not sure. So we'll see. Rider might be good as well. Third rider city for more military. Really unclear what that city should be. So we'll clear that. All right, let's go ahead and send it back. Turn 13. Reminder about the lavender. We can keep hitting that. That seems fine. Lost track of scout. We have a worker ready. We could start a shrine. What's our choice? Military shrine? Adjacent resource shrine, which I don't think we can get more than 1 or 2. Oh, we can get 2 up there. All right, so let's go ahead and start this adjacent resource shrine, which will get us an extra 20 gold there. Do scout moves. This, I think, is a pretty good spot for this scout. We could dive in this way. Okay, we have found that he has settled already, his 3rd site there. So maybe we do move back. Here we can harvest lavender and then be ready to harvest lavender again next turn. Maybe get the elephants next turn as well, and we'll have a 2nd worker to clear here. So he's on 3 as well. We'll have our next settler, and then we'll need to figure out what we want to do with this site here. I think probably want to do a worker. Maybe this should have been a settler. Not sure. We'll definitely want to settle quickly. I feel like we do need a worker going at some point, especially since we're not a builder. But I could also see another warrior needed, especially if this is going to be a 2nd rider seat, then maybe we just keep pumping warriors. Or a 2nd rider city, then maybe we just keep pumping warriors. All right, let's go ahead and send it back. Turn 14, very early pyramids from Fluffy. Kind of impressively early. I will take wisdom. I'll definitely take robust as well. Finish that, harvest that. We have our 2nd warrior on the way. Move over here. Any journals we can assign. We don't have the training for it because we chose to. Yeah, that's a very early pyramids. I don't think we can get Zig that fast. How does it even afford that? Yeah, it's 3,000. Well, I guess he founded Trader Capital, so I guess it's, and he's a builder, so that's where his cash is coming from. Okay. Here I think we definitely need another warrior. He's stronger. It's possible. No, I don't know where yeah. I don't know how he's stronger. So we can go grab these elephants. Harvest. Okay. What else do we want to harvest? Harvest the sheep. And then go just camp here. And then over here. We can do the cheeky clear cutting. Because we have orders to do it. Actually, we don't want to do that because we want to tutor. Yeah, we definitely want to tutor here. Could do it with the king consort. Sadly, -8 for some reason. Oh, my spouse cares about my interests is ticking downwards. But yeah, I think we'll use that for tutor. We did have a note for tutor. Cool. Oh, and yes, we forgot to send luxuries to this city. Which we should have done. Let's see. Okay, so maybe we won't harvest the sheep. All right, let's send Lux here, which gets us, because we have a fair, an extra 4 culture, which helps. And then we definitely want to tutor. Then that guy can just chill there. And then here, we harvested the elephants, and we can just harvest the sheep and stand on this. Oh, and we got a cool event. We can add sheep. Adopt a 16-year-old. I'm curious where she would go in succession. She would completely break our succession, so let's not do that. And then, yeah, let's see where it puts the sheep. Okay, we have a choice of sheep. That's great. Probably, let's see, trying to think of like probably here, because I'll probably want to build racks and garrison stuff here. Garrison, barracks, barracks, stronghold, eventual range, range. and eventually Citadel. And we can import horses, and now it just adds it, it enables it in the city. So yeah, cool. I think that will end our turn. Yeah, and we should be able to clear this out. It's going to awkwardly be upgraded. It's going to upgrade to an outpost, so we should be able to move that. All right, let's go ahead and send this back. But yeah, that's kind of, it's the trader power of traders. It looks like this is a cleric site, so he probably has champions, clerics, and traders. So no patrons for him. We do have patrons. So, but yeah, cool. Let's go ahead and send this one back. Turn 15, got aristocracy. All right, she can become vigilant, bold, or divine. Bold, brave, vigilant, tracker, or steadfast, divine. I like steadfast, divine. We could make an accord here. That seems fine. I'm actually going to influence her next year because there's a cool event. I think you can get easy builder if you influence. Wow, she is very good. Very, very good ambassador. So we'll set that. I think we definitely do need stone cutting at this point. Move over this awkwardly spawned here, which means we can't get on that. It's unfortunate. All right, we can't. Nice, we should definitely take centralization as well. No point waiting for pyramids. Okay, the settler will be ready. All right, we could grab these gems, potentially, over there. Come back for these horses. Yeah. Over here, let's see the mirror. Kind of want to get better vision. Maybe we can. Nope, nope. We aren't going to be going that way. Wow. Couple slingers. Okay. It does start with trapping, so that's good to know. What do we want to do with this one? We can start chopping some wood, I guess. Really not that much to do here. Chop some trees and get ourselves some wood up and running. Can't hurt to do. Is there a better order for that chop? None of these are forestry tiles. So, all right, so we can just fill in with chops in the meanwhile. Definitely do need stone cutting up and running. We do have centralization. He does not have any laws, I think. Did the law display go away? Not sure. All right, 3 on 3. He is stronger and competent, and he does have pyramids on the way. All right, let's go ahead and send it back. Turn 16. Husband has died. We could take another schemer. It was me. Okay. This dude has murdered my husband, but he gives me a lot of science, so we can influence. We can influence him. Give us a little more science. Then we'll influence our heir. Actually, let's flip that order. I want to influence her first, and then influence husband. 2. We will tutor her with our new king consort, which means that she didn't get the tutor because he passed away. That's really unfortunate. Okay, we're going to hit with this because I think I can finally stand here, which gives me Warden. Great. Cool. The Can we make peace with these guys? Tribal alliance, tribal peace. Don't have 200, and we need pleased, and they are very much not pleased at the moment. All right. One more thing. Why I can't see laws. I need to go to options, UI, advanced help text. So this is super important, and now we can see laws again. Whoa! We see Fluffy has divine rule active. We see Numidians has a truce in our +0. Okay. All right, we've got lots of orders. So I think we can keep chopping here. Hotkey R is kind of convenient for chopping. Cool. We'll do chop, chop, chop. And then, yeah, we can just chill, I think. We can maybe explore a little bit back here, see what's back there. Cool. And we'll get the settler on its way. So that's pretty good. We definitely want more mines. We would like peace with the tribe for that ambition. We'll need to figure out how to get peace with the tribe. Probably she's our best bet. So, all right, I guess influence tribe lead in 4. All right, lots of influences on the way. Affable, robust, gracious. The extra orders are definitely coming in handy. Hilarious, this guy murdered my husband, annoying that he did before the tutoring completed. Yeah. So, divine, philosophy student, steadfast, pretty good. Hopefully with that influence event, we'll be able to get builder on her, because second builder would be really convenient for us. All right, let's go ahead and send this back. He is stronger. Turn 17, found paganism. Second child can go politics. So we could get our ambassador to endeared. Is that enough to drop everyone into 200? It is not. So I think I'd rather take the civics. All right, we definitely need to go settle this. This can hit here. The river's on this side. It's going to be really close. We're actually going to have to retreat and heal. That is frustrating. Right, because we can do 4 and 5, which will be 9. But, yeah. Let's see. Maybe this goes here. It goes 9. We're going to have to, like, retreat. It's like, I can't take the damage. We're going to have to go back and heal. That's really, really annoying. Slows down development pretty considerably. That's frustratingly bad. Yeah, nothing to be done though. So, like, I go here. Next turn, this will hit here, right? Presumably, it might hit the other way. It hits the other guy randomly. No, this turn it will definitely hit here. Let's see. Can I somehow encourage it to, you know, if this guy moves over here, this guy moves over here. Now it's a dice roll, I think, whether it'll hit here or here. So maybe that will be enough. Now let's go ahead and move here. We can always move out and heal if need be. Elephants, sheep, which we could get going here. I think we definitely want sheep up and running here. We don't have stone cutting yet. I think we want another worker as well. Okay. We want another settler, I think, out of this. So we could granary here. Do we want another settler? Do we want cheap? Hold on. What are we trying to do here? Are we trying to found Zoroastrianism? Do we think it's feasible to found Zoroastrianism? Maybe. How would we do it? We would put an apprentice acolyte here, 3 years, which means we probably should do a second shrine, which we won't be able to afford because it's 6 years of growth there. So could start a shrine here, right? One of these shrines, adjacent camps. Put this shrine here, adjacent camp. That gives me 3 years. We have 10.8 civics. Yeah, so that'll be 6 years. So it's faster. It'll be faster to wait for that one, I think. So I guess we start this. And then I think we actually do a settler out of here so that we can do the acolyte here. And then kind of feel like I want to try to get this mine ambition up and running. Although these are all lumber mill things. So maybe we go here and start that mine ambition for 6 mines. And then we have one thing here. Just keep scouting a little bit, get vision. Okay. Maybe we actually just try to go towards this because I think it's worth camping this just to see in case he slips out there or something. Okay, so we'll try to do this apprentice acolyte. This will be 6 years. Given that 6 years, though, that means we should actually technically do a granary to try to speed this up, to get a little more growth, to get that faster. And then that gives us 2 orders, so I think we just position this back here, and that way we can see whether he is crossing, because we need to know whether his troops are coming this way or not. That's going to be critical. All right. Anything else in notes? Nope. We chose her to be ambassador instead of... oh, she's power hungry. Interesting. So, okay. Cool. We'll influence her, and then we'll influence him. All right, let's go ahead and send this one back. Turn 18. We influenced. Eloquent is very good, although that much discipline on everyone is also very good. Really hard to pass up eloquent, though. Google commerce. Ah, the mysterious sword. We can take the... All right. Yes, we did not. The RNG worked in our favor, and we'll be able to clear this site, which is great. Let's influence our husband. Great. All right. So now it's just it's time to chop. You can poke here. Oh, nothing to see. You can hide in this thing. We see a city site there, so that's great. And let's go do some chopping. Okay. Right, so at least we're taking advantage of the extra orders, so thanks to Hatti scouts being able to chop. It's always convenient. Yeah. And we should be able to start stone cutting, probably get a quarry up and running here. We'll definitely want to get mines up and running. There. Let's see, fish. Yeah, we'll definitely heal this up. So, all right, let's go ahead and send this one back.